If he were to take you out of here, go straight down to the courthouse and say, let's do it, would you do it?
I'd have to see the ring first.
What's the ring got to do with it?
Did you hear that? I'd have to see the ring. If the ring was big enough, you'd go?
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toller on Divorce Court, where real couples deal with real life. Davaren thought he'd scored a touchdown when he met Tanya in college, but 11 years later, this ex-professional football player is having second thoughts and needs to take a timeout on their engagement.
First off, the main issue is religion. The only thing Tanya really believes in is yoga. I've never seen her say grace. I don't see her say her prayers.
As far as like in the bedroom intimacy, I'll please him in any way, any shape, any way, any form, wherever. It does not matter.
And you do a good job.
Has a limited sexual repertoire.
Very much so.
Will Judge Lynn give this couple permission to wed, or will the game be over for good? Today on Divorce Court Before Your Vows.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Tanya Saucedo and Davaren Hightower. Did I get Saucedo right?
It's close enough.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the latitude. The two of you have been together on and off for 11 years. You want to get married, but for some reason you two can't pull the trigger. So you've come before me to get my help and talk a little bit about what's going on and see if I can get you over the rough spots. You've given me your marriage license, and you've given me permission to either tear it up or give it back to you should I think that marriage is something you should do. You also filled out my compatibility test, which we will talk about a little later on. But before we get to that, Mr. Hightower, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what you love about Miss Saucedo and why you're not quite sure you should marry after over a decade?
First off, Tanya, I love her to death. I promise. I love her to death, but we've been off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on for
and off and on.
Yeah, off and on.
So, Mr. Hightower, tell me, what is the primary issue that you two have?
First off, the main issue is religion.
Okay.
I'm a religious guy myself. I grew up in the church. My mama made me go to church when I was sleepy. If I spent the night at my friend's house,
hang on, Miss Saucedo.
If I spend the night at my friend's house, by Sunday morning I have to be home. If I ask Tanya to go to church, she can have energy all Saturday night. She'll wake up looking at the clock to see if it's almost time to go to church. And when once 9 o'clock hits, she starts snoring a little harder, so I won't wake up and go to church. The only thing Tanya really believes in is yoga. That's all she believes in. Yoga this, yoga that. When it's time to go to yoga, she's waking up at 4:30, and the class don't start to 6:30. So she just, I never seen her say grace. I don't see her say her prayers.
I do believe in God, but I don't believe in going to church at 8 o'clock in the morning, staying there till like 12. Hearing,
what church you go to?
Excuse me, I'm talking now. Okay. Staying till like 12, listening to, the singing and dancing. I don't believe in that. I don't, I have church, I can have church at home with my 2 dogs. I can I talk to God every day. I meditate, which yes, it is a part of yoga, but if you would know about what yoga is, and if you let me explain it to you, you know it's more than just whatever you think. It's stretching. It's more than stretching.
Right.
It's deep. It's I meditate.
Have you talked to her about her religious beliefs? I mean, you seem to have a structured thing over here. This is a woman you've been with for 11 years. She seems to have a belief system. It just isn't yours.
Okay, her belief system, she says singing and dancing. You go to the club, right? They singing and dancing at the club. Why can't you go to church? That's my whole thing. You can go to church. You don't have to go at 8 o'clock. They have many services, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You can go ahead and go to church. I don't think that's the issue, Mr. Hightower. I don't think she believes in it. Well, she believes in yoga. The only thing she believes in is yoga. I promise. Yoga in the morning, yoga in the afternoon, and eating.
Okay. Okay, I got you. Ms. Saucedo, why don't you tell me what your primary concern is with respect to Mr. Hightower?
Okay, so we're done with the, you know, the religious and that type of stuff. But as far as like in the bedroom intimacy, I'll please him in any way, any shape, any way, any form, wherever. It does not matter.
And you do a
And he
good job.
has a limited sexual repertoire.
Very
Is that
much
true?
so. It doesn't go. I mean, it doesn't go too far.
Yeah.
Too far down.
Yeah,
If that's what.
Okay,
yeah.
that's as close as we're going to come
Yeah.
there, Ms. Saucedo.
Okay.
Now, have you discussed it with him?
Yes, we have. But to me, a relationship, and any relationship, to me, is 80% physical. I have to be pleased physically. And the 20% is the how we get along, emotions, and all that type of stuff. But no,
But
that's
this is
very
different.
important to me. That he's got to be my husband. He's gonna
We're
need
not
to
married,
please
though.
me. You want to get married though?
Well, you'll get it when we
Let
get
me
married.
ask you this,
But-
Ms. Saucedo. Is that one particular act that you're not getting? Is that the sole sexual shortcoming that he has? Or are there other areas in
Well,
which he comes up a little bit light?
Well, he's kind of boring when it comes to in the bedroom, but that's okay. I could work with that. Like, that's no problem.
But if you could do that one thing, you'd be cool.
It'll be perfect. Like, who?
Mr.
what woman
Hightower,
doesn't want
without
that?
too much detail,
All right.
can you explain to me the conversations that you've had with respect to the variety in your sex life?
Okay, this is the issue. If I don't trust a woman 100%, I'm not gonna do that.
Do you have legitimate concerns that, in fact, Ms. Saucedo is seeing someone else?
It's very possible.
Tell me why you believe that.
Okay, first off, she's very insecure. So the insecure part is another thing. My thoughts are, if you think I'm doing something 9 times out of 10, you doing something. So there's been times where she said she was going out of town.
Right.
She was going out of town, going to see her
Bringing up
friend
old stuff.
in one state. So one day I'm over at her house. She asked me to go in the closet and get something, right? So I'm going through the box to get whatever, and I see.
No, you're
Hold on,
no,
Ms.
hold on,
Saucedo, you'll get a
Hold on.
full
Okay,
opportunity to
okay.
So
respond.
I'm going through
Okay.
I'm going through the papers, getting whatever paper she wanted me to get, and it's the plane ticket. The plane ticket wasn't where she said she was going. It was to a whole nother state. So why? Now you tell me, Joe.
Why are you asking Joe?
Ms. Saucedo,
Yes.
does he have any legitimate concerns with respect to your fidelity?
Absolutely not. First of all, about that closet incident, he shouldn't have went in my closet inside a shoebox, inside another piece of paper to see.
You asked me to.
I told you to get something in the closet, not nothing inside the shoebox that
You
was
said
inside
in the shoebox.
Okay.
But anyway.
No, but no, he does
Given
not.
whether or not he should have been there, did you go to somewhere you told him, somewhere other than where you told him you were going, and what did you do when you got there?
I went to go visit a friend, and I went to go visit a friend. I'm gonna leave it like that.
And did you do something with that friend he would have been uncomfortable with?
Absolutely not.
When Divorce Court Before Your Vows continues, does Tanya neglect Davaren?
She said, yeah, I made dinner. I get over there, she done made some kind of spinach, broccoli, carrot shake. A shake just in a little glass, and it's sitting on the table like I'm just supposed to eat that. Gee, well, it's organic. Well, fix me an organic pork chop then. Fix me something.
You got problems with your mate? Call me toll free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com and become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court Before Your Vows is back with the case of Davaren Hightower, who is having second thoughts about marrying his girlfriend of 11 years because he thinks she's a cheater. But is Tanya really ready to get married?
Are you serious about your desire to marry him? Because that's a lot of what marriage is, you know, he'll have to know where you're going and what you're doing. I mean, he won't be clocking you and GPSing you and whatnot, but I can't go to tell my husband I'm going to one state and show up in another. Are you prepared for that level of exposure?
Well, and that's why I'm here to determine if I am ready for that.
Right.
I mean, it's been like 11 years. And either we're really good friends. He's like my best friend. We do everything together.
Right.
But it's like, do I just marry him because of that, or do we go our separate ways? I mean, he should trust me. I mean, he should trust me. I'll do anything for this man. I'll turn cartwheels, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it for him. You know, but then it's some things that we have to iron out, you know, and think I'm ready. I don't think he's ready because I don't trust him. So he's talking about trust.
If he were to take you out of here, go straight down to the courthouse and say, let's do it, would you do it? Or would you
Well, I'll have to see the ring
Would you
first.
choke a little bit?
I'll have to see the ring first.
What the ring got to do with it?
Did you hear that? I'd have to see the ring. But if the ring was big enough, you'd go?
Well, it has to be. I want to see it. This is something I'm going to have on my finger for a really long time, so I want to make sure it's nice and it's up to my standards. Me and him
To
are
our
like...
standards. See what I'm saying? This is what I got to deal with. This is what I deal with on a daily basis. On a daily basis.
You don't consider yourself, well, do you consider her materialistic?
Very, very materialistic. She materialistic to from clothes to what you eat. It's horrible. I can call her.
It's horrible how I eat?
Hold on. I can say, I call her, I say, hey, I'm on my way over there. Did you make dinner? She said, yeah, I made dinner. I get over there, she done made some kind of spinach, broccoli, carrot shake. A shake just in a little glass, and it's sitting on the table like I'm just supposed to eat that. Well, it's organic. It's organic this, organic that. Well, fix me an organic pork chop then. Fix me something. I need some meat.
Now, Mr. Hightower, I'm going to take up for her minute. You know. When you get married, you live longer. You know why you marry? Not women don't live longer married. Men do. Do you know why that is?
No, ma'am.
Because we do stuff like give you an organic shake. That's what we do.
So they don't have organic chicken? They have all that. They have all that.
But I'm just saying, it's going to be what she does as a part of your job as a wife. Can't you fix the guy a pork chop?
I don't eat pork, and I don't believe to have that anywhere in the home. I do not.
Do you eat any meat at all?
Organic. If it's organic and like farm raised and grass fed, yes, definitely.
Well, do you fix them some farm raised chicken?
I could do that. That's no problem.
She can do that, but have you done that?
I'm trying to.
I never ever cooked a meal for my husband until we got married. Why should she cook for you? Like right now.
If you have a family, if a man is hungry, you're supposed to provide a man with food. If she hungry, if she tired, and she want a meal and she don't feel like cooking, I'll cook the meal. I don't have no problem with that. But if I say I'm on my way over, don't tease me and say you made dinner.
You got some food and you really don't.
And then it's in a little glass. Don't tease me.
I hear you.
When divorce court before your vows continues, will the judge agree with Tanya's philosophy?
When we go shopping or out to eat, it's always come out of my pocket.
That's what a man is supposed to do. Pay for his.
100% of the time?
Yes.
100%
That's what
of the time?
men are supposed to court their women. They're supposed to do that. That's courtship.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court Before Your Vows returns with the case of Davaren Hightower, who is second-guessing his decision to marry his longtime girlfriend because he says she is too high maintenance. But can Tanya prove that she really loves Davaren and is ready to say, I do?
Other than his sexual limitations, what are your main concerns about Mr. Hightower that have kept you from actually going through with it after 11 years?
Well, he's selfish. I mean, and that ties into some other stuff, but cheap and selfish. I mean, I spend money on things that he doesn't approve of. And I'm like, well, it's my money. Why can't I spend it? So when you get married, then my money and his money become our money. And I'm kind of nervous about that because he keeps his money to himself.
You right.
See? You right. And then, but my money, he's like, T, why? You know, we can call me Senorita. Senorita, why do you spend all this money on your hair and your weaves and all this? Because, like, it costs a lot to have bohemian, like, hair in your head.
When do you have money, though?
See, you guys are going to have trouble if you get married with the money because she thinks she should do everything except pay bills. That's 100% you. You think everything should be 50-50, which is unrealistic because that's not how people do things.
That's understandable. But what I'm saying is, honestly, I don't even know if she really works. She can say I have a project today, I have a project tomorrow. Then
well, she's a yoga instructor, correct?
Yes.
Supposed to be. She may have 3 clients a month. She goes to yoga, but I can't necessarily say, I don't see the benefits of it. The only benefits I see of it, she has so many pair of spandex for yoga that is crazy. I don't know if she spent all her money on spandex or whatever the case is. She got every color. Look, she got spandex on right now. She got every color spandex. I just counted 23 pair at my house the other day.
Well, she's a yoga instructor. They wear.
I haven't seen a check stub.
I don't need to show him my. That's my money. Why do I need to show him anything?
When we go shopping or out to eat, it's always come out of my pocket. I haven't
That's what a man
seen
is supposed to do. Pay
100%
for his.
of the time.
Yes.
100%
That's what
of the time.
men are supposed to court their woman. They're supposed to do that. That's courtship. From the time that we're dating
what have you purchased for me? What have
I
you
don't need
purchased?
to purchase anything for you.
Exactly.
I'm a woman.
Now,
You're a man.
Saucedo, I gotta tell you, I'm old school. I'm right with you on that one.
Okay, give me 5.
You want me? You gotta work.
Yeah, and
You gotta come to my door. You gotta open it.
There's
You
nothing
gotta
wrong
take
with
me
that.
to dinner.
Yeah,
you
But
gotta
I'm from the new
Exactly.
school where you got to put something with something to get something. That's my thing.
Hey, you know.
And you only have the
Everybody
males
tells me I'm
clapping for
wrong.
that.
When Divorce Court Before Your Vows continues, Tanya says she's ready to walk down the aisle, but are the details of the wedding holding up the vows?
Most people get married at a church with a pastor. If she's not religious, I'm not getting married at a yoga center. That's just not what I'm gonna do.
Divorce Court Before Your Vows returns with the case of Tanya Saucedo and Davaren Hightower, who have come before Judge Lynn to ask whether or not they should say I do.
Why don't you tell me why he's Mr. Wonderful? Give me a 60-second sales job on
he's
Mr.
Mr.
Wonderful.
Wonderful?
Why should I say go forth and marry?
Well, I mean, like I said, 11 years. He's like, I could be whoever I am in front of him. Whatever that may be, whether he likes it or not, I could be it. He makes me laugh. He's a comedian, as you can tell. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
he has a sense of humor.
Yes, he does. He has a sense of humor. He could be caring at times when I'm sick. You know, Senorita, do you need something? Do you want something? I'll bring it to you, which is nice. You know, so
He calls you Senorita?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
that's
nickname.
cute.
Yeah, that's my little senorita. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been my nickname for 11 years. So
Why 11? Why so long, people?
yeah.
Cause that's my lady. That's my lady. Like
No. I'm not saying that is a good thing. I'm saying, how come you haven't pulled the trigger yet? Why won't you walking down the aisle?
First off, walking down the aisle. Most people get married at a church with a pastor. If she's not religious, I'm not getting married at a yoga center. That's just not what I'm gonna do. You know, when we talk about marriage, you know, her plans of a wedding, you would think most women want a big wedding, a nice little dress, and all her friends in it. I'm scared to ask her, what outfits are we gonna wear? Does she want women to wear spandex? I don't know. I'm really scared of that part. So therefore, she know I would marry her on the drop of a dime. But
well, you better drop that dime, brother, because she's gonna get away from you. She's a good-looking woman. She's a nice woman. She's a little bit high maintenance.
Ain't no wrong with high maintenance.
Exactly. She is who she is, and she wants what she wants. She's laid it out on the table. She's not tricking you. She's not teasing you. You want that. You're gonna have to come in a certain direction in a certain way. You got a couple of things you've got to resolve. If the trust issue will resolve that sex issue.
yeah, that's the only thing that's gonna resolve it.
You know, if I were you, I was in your position, had your stuff, was your guy, I'd ask her and I'd roll. I really would. You got a good thing going over here. She is who she is. And he seems to be a good guy himself. And you guys got stuff. You can work out that little stuff. You know what I mean? I guess it's not little when you're not getting any.
No.
Oh, I'm so scared I'm going to leave. I hope you two are very, very happy together. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Now we got to get married. I need like a 10-carat ring.
10 carat.
Yeah, 10 carat. Like 10 carat. Nothing less. Nothing less than that.
Mine gotta have some diamonds in it too.
Okay, well we can work that out.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right.